Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I dislike very much when my negative predictions come true because they're negative. They're going to have a negative consequence. But sometimes negative consequence can have a positive side, because if you are a normal human being, you will look at the negative consequences and try to see where you made a mistake and how can you fix and turn it from a negative consequence next time to a positive consequence. In this case, yesterday, I made a video where I claimed that Donald Trump begged Xi Jinping, the leader of China, to talk to him regarding the tariffs. Why? Because the Chinese patience is stronger than the American patience. That's a given. So, I made this video yesterday where I said Trump lost economic war with Xi, Trump will travel to China to bend the knee. I said, US tones down its threats. How China plus Russia made US behave. US toned down its orders to Putin plus Xi. Trump to travel to China to beg Xi. Right there. That's what I said. Now, that's what I think will happen. Now, I found this article today regarding the same issue, and not necessarily that someone confirms it must be true. But I found an information that yesterday I did not have for 100%. I just assumed, by the way they worded the article, that Trump initiated the call, not Xi Jinping. And I explained in the video yesterday what that means if someone calls and not the other one. A subordinate, I want, I beg. Now, I gonna go over the entire context here. The problem is Trump did something right, which imposed tariffs on China, saying, oh, you impose more tariffs than we do, let's equal them. But he spoke with a different tone, like dictatorial tone, tyrannical tone, like a principal tells a student, you get out of my this, you come over here, you do that, you need to. And China said, I don't think so. The relationship between us changed since you couldn't destroy Russia militarily. We're stronger, so you can't. You change your tone and I'm talking to you. And now Trump changed his tone. Trump represents the United States of America. Now you can say he's a weak guy. What do you think, let's say Biden, a strong guy, would have done against China? Bend both knees? Alright, so let me show you this little article that I found today where this guy confirms that Trump calls Xi. And that is from the Chinese embassy's website. The Republic, the New Republic actually, opinion. Now, opinions are someone writes something and the Republic likes it, because if I would write to the Republic, they will not publish my opinion. So this is something that they like. China makes it clear. Trump begged for call with Xi. Now, begged is an interpretation of an action, obviously. I don't think Trump was like, please do that. But anyway, it is because some people are happy that United States of America, bowed down. Trump finally got his call with China after Trump repeatedly told Americans that it was China that was so desperate to get him on the phone to discuss a trade deal, correct? A recent post from the Chinese embassy all but confirms the opposite. It is Trump, not President Xi Jinping, who was sitting by the phone waiting day and night for a call that didn't come for months. This is the interpretation. Nevertheless, and I'm quoting, Chinese President Xi Jinping on Thursday held phone talks with US President Donald Trump at the latter's request. Okay? Latter's request, the Donald Trump request. China's US Embassy posted from its X account on Thursday. Right there. Got it? So this is official. Now this is a negative consequence. Why? Because those guys smacked us, the Americans, man. The problem is we can't do shit. That is the positive. As I explained in another video, the United States of America has an inflated ego. We think that is right here. The reality, the potential of the Americans, I love America, don't get me wrong. That's why I'm happy that this happened, because I hope they change the attitude. In what way? For the better. I will explain. Inflated ego, reality. You see? Now, if you act with everybody according to your inflated ego, you might get smacked and you might not never recover. I explained the analogy with a viper. Well, I think I'm Jesus' chosen guy. Give me the fucking viper here. Pack, poof. Give me the anti-venom quickly. Actually, I'm not Jesus' chosen guy. Therefore, the viper fucked me up. Why? Because I was inflated thinking that I am chosen. All right? Reality is I'm not. So next time I'm not going to get the viper, or I will avoid the viper, or I will give the viper or the cobra or the whatever mamba some respect. That's what Mamba wants. China, respect, and Russia at this point. I'm not saying they will not want more in the future. They're people after all. A little bit different, but nevertheless still people. Like Napoleon Bonaparte said, all women are ladies of the night, except my mother and my sister. But we should remember and never forget they're also women. So the same here. Yeah, the Chinese, the Russians are, different, but they're also human beings. We are human beings as well. Well, you understand what I'm trying to say. So let's back to our ship here. So the good thing is like this. The inflated and reality, being smacked. Because how do you inflate your ego? By thinking you can do things but never tried them. I want to fuck the whole planet, man. Like Trump, I will impose sanctions on all of you, man, on all of you. You are fucked. And some countries said, yeah, I don't think so. I didn't expect that. All right, no problem. I will take care of you. You know what? But I can't take care of you, of all of you in the same time, your ego. I'm going to drop it to take care of only against one country, China. So instead, I'm going to postpone the fight with all the 190 or 180, I think it was, countries they impose the tariffs. And I said, I can't. So that means he realized he can't fight them all. So his ego got down. Said, I'm going to fight on. I'm going to destroy China. Xi Jinping, you're mine. And Xi Jinping right now won. That means the United States of America got to reality. Well, maybe I'm not all that. Maybe my shit stinks too. And that's good for us. Because when you know your potential, you act according to your potential. And then you eliminate or at least minimize the negative effects. I'm not going to touch that viper because I think that viper can fuck me up. Okay? And that means you remain healthy. So if the Americans drop their ego, big inflated, the same with the military. We're going to destroy everybody. We're going to do this. We're going to send You did not destroy Yemen. The Houthis. You want to destroy what? What exactly? Come again? Huh? Who? Huh? You try to destroy Russia together with your alliance. Nothing happens over there. The Russians are advancing in Ukraine. You want to destroy Iran? Are you crazy for the little fucking state? Do you want to destroy China in Taiwan? North Korea with nuclear weapons? No! Your limitations, this is the ego. You're come back here and maybe you should talk differently. That's why in that video I said yesterday, let me rephrase it here. I said how China and Russia made US behave. US tones down its threats because it was brought down by direct experience. You're not all that. Like for instance, I can claim how much I want. I'm a Kyokushin world champion. If I go right now, man, in Japan, the world tournament, took like Bill Clinton with saxophone. If I go right now and I go over there, I fuck everybody up, man. I'm a world champion. Why don't you go, buddy? Because I know in reality I get fucked. Okay, so I'm not gonna go. Or maybe I go. All right, bring them on. I get knocked the fuck out in the first round, first fight. Then I come home and say, I guess not. Yeah, that plays a positive role of my prediction. Don't do it. You can't do it. You remember the Romans expanded too much and then they had to until they were destroyed. I hope that doesn't happen to this beautiful country. So here is, my friends, yes, Trump called Xi Jinping. And who calls is the loser, the person who wants something. Remember Trump says, Trump has his I already figured out his style. He comes and threatens. He says things that are outrageous. He doesn't mean them. He sees how people react. And then based on that, he's going to threaten, get on you. And if you don't falter, like China, you're fucked. your bluff is gone. That's what he did with the tariffs. It was a bluff against China. China has the Chinese cards, owns them. America has 2 Chinese cards. But China has about 10 Chinese cards. There's no American cards involved, okay? So what are they going to do? They know that. Trump knows it. So he plays, and he does this for us, and this is a humiliation. It's a humiliation. Now, I love United States of America, and I hope that after this, United States of America will talk differently. You allowed this to happen. You allowed this to happen. And I will say it straight. You allowed Saudi Arabia to have trillions of dollars and have a few guys over there, Mohammed bin Salman and others, having trillions, and you go over there and supposedly beg for their money and investments. You allowed that. You allowed, how do you allow that? You build the country. I, being a bad guy, when I discovered oil, your oil, in your land, I would have seized it right now, and I'll give you shit. I'm not gonna give you shit, that's mine. I will put the military over there, and that's it. But I'm a bad person. And then you're gonna stay over there with your traditions, your way of life. I mean, there are a few things in the desert you wouldn't mind. It's just sand and oil. You don't know what it is. I mean, come on now. Did you? No, you didn't. We had you invented the engine. We invented this. We saw that that's a good thing. We will give you some. Don't worry. Yeah, you're going to have your way of life. But we're going to take it. Then you're going to be there and we're going to be somewhere else. The same with China. No investments in China. Zero. Don't give them anything. Let's say 1978, 1980s. Don't give them anything. No investments in China. Where do you think China would be? Challenging us right now? Talking to us like that? They will be in their fields doing what they do best. What are you talking about? It's these guys, these traitors who diminished our power, or American power, if you want. They gave technology to what? For profit. Yeah, the American standard of living supposedly raised, which I don't think so, because you buy cheaper things from China, but your income dropped. So it's like the same thing. But it's your mistake that now countries that... What do you mean Algeria doesn't give France oil or something? France has to go and beg Algeria? What was that war against Algeria? There was a war? There was treason what happened between France and Algeria. What are you talking about? We can find Algerians. Really? I'm not nothing against them, but please. Let's say now France has to deal with Algeria. Maybe they're gonna give us we need some oil or whatever Algerians have. Why? You could have taken it and keep it. Just be nice. Let their tradition and culture and way of life be the way it is. Don't invest anything. Don't bring anything. Don't build anything, because they will blame you for what's that? For how do they call that? Colonizers. So let them be, man. Let them be. Just a little bit of piece of here, a little well here, a little well here. We don't even know what's that. I mean, I'm going to give you for your little candles some oil. You can take it. I mean, is it bad? But that's reality. So some people were the traitors here in America. Remember how it was the South Korean miracle? I think it was in the 70s, after the Japanese miracle. Remember how it was? They made a law. South Korea. I said, if you take the South Korean capital as a private corporation and invest it somewhere else, it's a death penalty. It was a percentage. You can invest only 10% of the whole capital you make or the profits somewhere else. You have to invest here because these guys built it. They deserve the perks, not those guys over there. And that's what they did. And that was one of the reasons why the miracle, because they kept the capital in South Korea. But the Americans did what? Back. These guys are like fucking zombies and don't produce shit but farts and jerk-offs. And the other guys are challenging you now. America. God damn it. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. So, I hope this humiliation brings down the big beak, and that means you know what you can do. I'm not saying you should not bluff. You should bluff. But then we are caught with a bluff. It's embarrassing. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.